Danielle Moore, Moore, Somerset Street, New Brunswick. Well, first of all, I was
Thank
testing
you.
and make sure you can hear me. I had spoke before, and eventually you didn't hear me on the first one. But my concern is, what's the condition of these licenses being terminated and switching over to new owners?
Mr. Shammy, if you'd like to address that, I'm not sure I understand the question. Mr. Shammy?
Yes, I could address that. This license is held by the current licensee. If this license were to change ownership, it would have to come before council on a license transfer application, which would have to be approved by the city council. After the appropriate application would be filed with the city clerk, proper vetting by the New Brunswick Police Department. So that is an extended process. Someone can't just flip a license into somebody else's name without city council approval.
Yes, I understand that, but like I said, due to where maybe you didn't understand, I'm trying to really see the difference. Like, say, for example, just for example, so you can understand me. It's not part of this one, but so you can understand what I'm saying. Okay, put the bar on French and Handy Street, due to how their license was terminated because it didn't have so many inspections. Now it's over to a new owner. That's what I'm trying to understand. Or did the owner go out of business?
Madam Council President, I'm not quite sure what Ms. Moore is referring to, other than the fact that if a license is revoked by the city council, that license is extinguished. If a license is transferred, it has to go through the proper channels, whether it be with special conditions or not.
Okay, I understand you now. Thank you.
Do you have any other comments, Ms. Moore?
No, Mr. Bentley explained it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would ask that the hearing be closed, Madam President, and that should the council so desire, this license for renewal with special conditions is on your consent agenda, item number 9, resolution 33.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed.
The next item that we have for consideration by council for renewal with special conditions is that involving the establishment known as La Famosa Inc., trading as La Famosa, liquor license 1214-33-045-003. This particular license is proposed to be renewed with special conditions, the same special conditions that have been in place over the last several years. And those are as follows. Number 1, licensee shall control loitering in the area adjacent to the licensed premises by 1, posting signs and/or 2, by calling police for assistance. 2, licensee shall provide distinctive attire for security personnel, which identifies their status as security personnel. Number 3, licensee shall maintain a video camera on the exterior of the licensed premises and shall annotate all film for time and date and maintain said tapes for at least 30 days. 4, licensee shall not alter the premises from the layout shown in the sketch plan previously filed with the city clerk without first obtaining the approval of council by resolution. And 5, licensee shall be in compliance with ordinance O-029609 as amended, relative to educational requirements for owners and managers. Madam Council President, I would ask that you open this particular license renewal with special conditions to public hearing.
Unmuted.
We'll now take public comment on this hearing. Madam Clerk, can you please prepare a list?
Yes, Madam President. If any members of the public wish to speak on this public hearing for La Famosa Inc., when the appropriate letter of the alphabet is called, please state your name. Letters A through Z. Is there anyone A through Z who wishes to address the council? This is the last call, A through Z, if you wish to speak on this public hearing for La Famosa. Okay. Council President.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed. Mr.
And-
Shammy?
Yes, that
Muted.
resolution also is in your consent agenda. Item number 10, Resolution 34, which will be a renewal of this license with the special conditions as I've recited them. The last hearing matter we have or special conditions is for an establishment known as the Dagala Cafe and Restaurant, Inc., trading as Dagala Cafe and Restaurant. Liquor license 1214-33-007-003. This particular establishment has special conditions in connection with its operation as well, which have been in place for several years. The proposed special conditions for 21-22 renewal, which are the same special conditions currently in place, are as follows. Licensee shall hire uniformed private security to maintain security on and about the licensed premises while the premises are open for business during the hours of 10 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. The licensee shall also furnish monthly written reports of the names and addresses of such individuals so employed to the New Brunswick Police Department Attention Special Investigations Unit. And 2, all live and recorded music shall be turned off no later than 1:45 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Saturday, Sunday, and 1 a.m. on Sunday, Monday. The special conditions are therefore subject to public comment as well. Madam Council President, I would ask that you open the hearing for any public comment on this license.
Unmuted.
Thank you. We'll now open the floor for public comment on this license. Madam Clerk, can you please prepare a list?
Yes, Madam President. Is there anyone of the public who wishes to address the council? Letters A through Z.
Danielle Moore.
Okay, Ms. Moore. Is there anyone A through Z who wishes to address the council on the Gala Cafe and Restaurant? The list is now closed. Council President, we have Ms. Danielle Moore.
Muted.
Thank you. Ms. Moore, the floor is yours.
Well, just one simple question I have when you said that with the noise or with the noise music, it can go up to 1 o'clock. Is the 10 o'clock rule still in effect for New Brunswick with loud noise? Can you hear me?
Mr. Shammy, do you have an answer? Yes. Mr. Shammy, do you have an answer for that?
Well, we're talking about the interior of the premises, and this is an establishment that's located in a neighborhood, and they usually have music. And those particular conditions would apply to the interior of the establishment. However, as with any noise complaint, should there be a noise complaint as a result of noise that emanates from the licensed premises or any premises for that matter that's in violation of the ordinance, it could demand the attention of the police and authorities for purposes of issuing a summons. So no, this does not vitiate the effect of the ordinance.
But
Madam President, please.
Yes, of course.
don't like-
Councilman Anderson?
There is no specific ordinance that stops at 10 o'clock. It's actually at 24/7, so people can make a comment or a noise complaint any time of the day.
Well, honestly, I'm glad I'm hearing that due to where I've seen plenty of neighbors over here where the police come say, okay, it's after 10 o'clock, please shut your music off. So I think something needs to be straight due to where and I'm glad you just brought that up to Mr. Anderson, where that's not what the police department has been going around saying. I'm glad it's on record to hear that now, due to where, yes, I've seen plenty of residents with the police coming by saying, okay, it's after 12 o'clock, please turn your music down or you cannot be loud. I thank you for that. It's nothing against the bar or anything, but I'm glad I asked the question to know what is in effect. But like I said, I think you ought to get it correct with New Brunswick police officers and with telling people that then. Thank you.
Thank you. The public hearing is now closed.
Madam Council President, if it's the pleasure of the council, this particular resolution with the imposition of special conditions at the time of renewal for the gala will also be on your consent agenda. Item number 11, Resolution 35. And that concludes the public hearings on the renewal of liquor licenses with special conditions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stanley. Next, I'll move on to the New Brunswick City Market 2021 budget. This is Resolution R-062100A. It's a resolution to read 2021 City Market budget by title. At this time, I will ask the city clerk to read the resolution R-062100A by title only.
Thank you, Council President. R-062100A by the Municipal Council. Whereas NJSA 40:56-84 provides that the 2021 City Market, New Brunswick City Market Inc. budget as advertised shall be read in full at the public hearing, or that it may be read by its title only if, at least 1 week prior to the date of the hearing, a complete copy of the approved budget as advertised, A, shall be posted in a public place where public notices are customarily posted in the principal public building, and B, copies are made available to each person requesting the same during said week and during the public hearing. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the New Brunswick City Council that it is hereby declared that the conditions of NJSA 40:56-84, 1A and 1B have been met, and therefore the budget for 2021 shall be read by title only.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're preparing to open the public hearing on R-062
Unmuted.
00A to read
Madam-
the city market budget by title only. This is for the title only. The actual budget will be done after this approval. If anyone would like to speak, you can do so for up to 5 minutes, one time up. Madam Clerk, will you please prepare a list?
Madam Council President, I just want to make sure that we adopt the resolution to allow the budget to be introduced by title and then have the public hearing. So the resolution that was just read, if you're calling for public comment on just the resolution to read the budget by title, that's fine. Then we'll open the hearing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, that was the process I was going to follow unless you'd like me to change it.
no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
If anyone,
Madam Clerk?
if any members of the public wish to speak on this resolution, R-062100A by title only, please state your name when the appropriate letter of the alphabet is called. A through D, E through H, I through L, M through P, Q through T, U through Z. Is there any member of the public, A through Z, who wishes to address the council? This will be the last call, A through Z, if you wish to speak on this resolution. Okay, the list is now closed, Council President.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
Muted.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Councilmember Anderson,
Yes.
Councilmember Egan,
Yes.
Council Vice President Escobar,
Yes.
Council President Socorro Ludwig.
Yes. Now we'll have the public hearing on R-062100B. This is the resolution to adopt the 2021 city market budget. At this time, we're preparing to open the public hearing on the resolution to adopt the 2021 city market budget for up to 5 minutes per person, one time up. Madam Clerk, will you please prepare a list?
Unmuted.
Yes, Madam President. If any members of the public wish to speak on this resolution, please state your name when the appropriate letter of the alphabet is called. Letters A through D, E through H, I through L, M through P, Q through T, U through Z. Is there anyone A through Z who wishes to address the council on the 2021 city market budget?
What are you doing up there? What are you doing up there?
This is the last call, A through Z, if you wish to speak on this resolution.
They were both, no, what is it?
Okay, the list is now closed, Council President.
Muted.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Councilmember Anderson,
Yes.
Councilmember Egan,
Yes.
Council Vice President Escobar,
Yes.
Council President Socorro Ludwig.
Yes. Now we have ordinances for discussion on second reading. The first one is to amend Title 17 for zoning to the cannabis overlay zone. We will now open the public hearing on this ordinance only for up to 5 minutes per person, one time up. Madam Clerk, will you
Unmuted.
list for us?
Yes, Madam President. If any members of the public wish to speak on this ordinance, please state your name when the appropriate letter of the alphabet is called. Letters A through Z, E through H, I through L, M through P, Q through T, U through Z. Is there anyone else, A through Z, who wishes to address the council? This will be the last call, A through Z, if you wish to speak on this ordinance. Madam President, the list is now closed.
Thank you. Can I have a
Move the ordinance.
motion?
Move the ordinance.
Muted.
Second.
Councilmember Anderson,
No.
Councilmember Egan,
Yes.
Council Vice President Escobar,
Yes.
Council President Socorro Ludwig.
Yes. Next, we have an ordinance of the City of New Brunswick and the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, approving the application for a long-term tax exemption and authorizing the City of New Brunswick to enter into a financial agreement with Somerset Urban Renewal LLC and granting a tax exemption. This is for 210 Somerset Street, Block 28, Lot 1.05. At this time, we're preparing to open the public hearing on this ordinance only for up to 5 minutes per person, one time up. Madam Clerk, will
Unmuted.
you list for us?
Yes, Madam President. If any members of the public wish to speak on this ordinance, please state your name when the appropriate letter of the alphabet is called. Letters A through Z, E through H, I through L, M through.
Danielle
Okay,
Moore.
Mr. Credible. Ms. Moore. Q through T. U through Z. Is there anyone A through Z who wishes to address the council on this ordinance? This will be the last call, A through Z, if you wish to speak on this ordinance. Madam President, the list is now closed. The first speaker is Mr.
Muted.
Cradaville.
Thank you. Charlie, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam President. Charles Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. I want to express concern over this project. This developer is AST Development. They made a lot of promises over a decade ago, including that they were going to improve the property with 55 condominiums. There was some pushback on the height of the building, and the height was ultimately, lowered. And then they did nothing, left the place vacant for a decade. It's my understanding they actually had some trouble keeping up with the payments they were supposed to make to the city for their other project on the other side of the giant parking deck that they built. And now they're coming back with a plan for a 9-story office building that would be rented entirely by the hospital. Where's the community benefit here? If there's no housing component and it's just medical offices, why can't this private developer pay regular taxes like the rest of New Brunswick?
I know, and I mean, generally speaking, with the tax exemption, especially now with the abatement, developers need these to proceed with the cost of building the buildings, the sites, all the material that's involved. And it's in the benefit of the public to have projects like these for construction jobs, for long-term jobs. And in the long term, we will benefit from the tax dollars that come in from this. Also, even with the tax abatement, we'll be bringing in, I mean, as a general basis, almost $500,000 more in the initial year of the abatement. So that's a big plus also. Those are some of the benefits that the city will reap from that.
You say 500,000 more than what?
Well, I think if my numbers are correct, and if someone has others, please correct me. Last year, I think the tax that was collected on these properties was less than $27,000, and the estimated pilot, which is not in place yet, it's not set in stone, would be an estimated $516,000. And then it would be, I think the contract, the agreement calls for 10% of revenue, but a minimum of 2% increases over the years.
Right. So, yeah, I think we're flying blind here because I haven't seen the agreement either. I have the ordinance, I have the application, but the details are not clear. And, I'm just concerned because I know this applicant is represented by the county government's attorney, Thomas Kelso. And it's my understanding that Mr. Kelso checks informally with the administration before he submits an application for a long-term tax exemption. And, he only submits it if he knows he's going to get it. So does this mean that the council is going to vote for this tonight? You're going to approve a 30-year tax exemption for this private project?
I certainly am not aware of any, prior conversations and with the application process that you just described. And I would vote for it on the merit of it.
Okay. Well, I think this is a...
Do any other council members have any? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to ask if any other council members have any comments they'd like to make on that in response to your question.
Thanks.
I'm not hearing any, Charlie.
Okay. Well, looking forward to getting the meetings back in person, that's for sure. Yeah, I see the next ordinance is going to be something about letting this building literally hang over top of a city street. I just can't help but feel this developer's getting special treatment that others wouldn't get. I know the owner of AST happens to be the New Jersey Lottery Commissioner, Robert DeAnton. And, you know, I just feel like this doesn't feel right to me. You know, giving them that aerial easement as well as a 30-year tax exemption when all they're doing is building offices that, you know, are going to be part of the Robert Wood Johnson complex. I don't see why they can't afford to pay full taxes. The reality is, yes, of course, if you just let me finish my sentence.
Mr. Craddock, the time is up.